Hi, I'm Ted Mohrbacher, and I'm one of the 8th grade teachers here at Holy Rosary, and I teach social studies to all the junior high students.
And I'm Matt Secrest, and I teach English to the 8th graders and math to some 7th and 8th graders. And today we're just going to talk about some of the highlights of 8th grade, and I'll just kind of start, if we're doing this chronologically, and talk about the ropes retreat, which for most 8th graders I think is a highlight of their 8th grade year. It's a retreat where we go stay at a camp out on the peninsula, and students engage in lots of challenges, some of which are like physical challenges where they're climbing high ropes in the forest and spotting each other, and some are more like team building challenges and ones that we hope that they'll bring back with them to the classroom and be able to use for the rest of their year. And it's just a great starting point for the year where we can start that process of getting the 8th grade to become a bonded class.
Another highlight of the 8th grade year is the high school application process. And it sounds a little dry, but it's really an important part of what we do. Many of the students have been at Holy Rosary for a long time, and the idea of transitioning to another school is a big deal for them. One of the themes that we have in 8th grade is we try and get the students and remind the students to be deliberate and purposeful about what they do, and not have school happen to them, but that they're really involved and active participants. High school application process gives them a real good chance. We can walk them through the decision-making process and try and make them become real active partners to vision the future of their education, how they're going to take what they learned here at Holy Rosary and then take it. Our students do really well getting accepted, but more importantly, when they do get to high school, they're very successful. We hear all sorts of great stories about how they become the leaders and academic success stories of where they go in high school.
And just part of that too, as we progress through the year in 8th grade, we want to instill the idea of becoming leaders of the school. And we do that in several ways. One way is that we require 30 hours of service that students do as a graduation requirement. But our main goal is not just that they check 30 hours off their list of to-dos, but that they become people of service. And so we're constantly talking about having them reflect on what they do and trying to use their skills and talents to make the world a better place. And another way that we try to have them become leaders of the school is they have their kindergarten buddies, and each class throughout the school has a buddy class, but the 8th grade kindergarten buddy class is probably one of the most special. And so they're doing activities and bringing the kindergartners to Mass throughout the year, and that's another highlight of the 8th grade year.
In the service and leadership, we try and have our students recognize the relationship between freedom and responsibility. And as they get older, they get a lot more freedoms. They get to wear different uniforms than the rest of the school, and they sit in chairs at assemblies. They are required to do service, and we talk to them about how with these freedoms come added responsibility. One of their freedoms in junior high is they get to take elective classes, and we offer some neat classes, and they can start to choose parts of their education. This too allows them to become more deliberate and purposeful about what they do. We have electives anywhere. We have a drama program that puts on a play. Our students put together our yearbook and create our yearbook. We have a wood shop, creative writing, art program, so students can really choose what's interesting for them. The final thing is the graduation, and we're just getting ready for our graduation, and it's a very exciting thing. We're very proud of our 8th graders. It's also a sad thing to see them go, but the process itself, we have retreats, and we reflect on what it means to be a Holy Rosary student and what it means to be transitioning out of Holy Rosary. This creates a legacy for them, and we want them to be aware that they're leaving a personal and a group legacy. And they become very happy about it and very sad about it. It's a great part and a great way to wrap up their time at Holy Rosary. So those are the highlights of being an 8th grader. There's a lot more, but those are the highlights. And the best thing for us is that we love the 8th graders. They're great students, and we enjoy doing it a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Adios.